What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. Now shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. And in today's Division 2 video, we are going to compare both of the brand new named weapons that share the exact same perfect talent. And that is going to be the Kingbreaker versus Dare. One is the named AR, and the other one is a named LMG with the exact same talent. So we're going to test them. We're going to compare and contrast both of them and see which one I would recommend you use more so than the other. So yeah, sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to the channel. We are hitting 43,000 subscribers today. So thank you guys so much for the ongoing support. It's been an amazing ride and we are just getting started. And finally, don't forget to ring that notification bell because I bring you Division content every single day. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But okay, so we are going to compare the two new named weapons. And here they are. So side by side, one is the Dare, and the other one is the Kingbreaker. So if we scroll down, you can see they both hold the exact same talent, Perfect Flatline. Now, these are the only two weapons in the game that will have Perfect Flatline. So let's read it. Perfect Flatline amplifies your weapon damage by 20% to pulsed enemies. After 2 kills, it will automatically pulse that enemy. All right, so this was just introduced in Season 9, Title Update 15, and we've been testing it and everything. Now, the caveat to both of these weapons is they're both still not complete in the game. The developers have still not completed these weapons, and they are pretty much placeholders. What I mean by that is this is the Kingbreaker that looks like an AK. This looks exactly like the AKM. I mean, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. It's the exact same thing as the AKM. The only thing is it's supposed to be a TKB 408, which looks nothing like this. So expect this to change in the future. I don't know when. I don't know like anything about that. All we know is that this is supposed to be a different weapon. So yeah, so us testing these two weapons are going to be subject to change in the future because they are changing both of these weapons in the future. And the other thing is the Dare. So the Dare right now looks like a stoner LAMG. And clearly, I mean, it looks exactly like it. And even more so, if we go to right here, the muzzle, it's giving us a sound suppressor that is for a stoner LAMG. Now, the problem with this is supposed to be a GR9, not a stoner LMAG or LAMG. Yep, sorry. I kind of got my letters there mixed up, but still. So this is going to be subject to change as well. I mean, look at the... if you look at the weapon skin, look at the placeholder image. That's what the weapon's supposed to look like. This weapon looks nothing like that. Not only that, but it's holding a locked-in optic for crit chance, and it's holding a locked-in stability muzzle for the stoner LAMG. So this is definitely going to change in the future, so I'm going to have to redo this video whenever they decide to fix these weapons. But as of right now and the near future, none of this is going to change, so that makes this comparison video valid for now until they decide they're going to change it if and when they decide to do that. So in the future, they will change this stability, they will change the optic, and they will change the look of the weapon. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you are the non-named variants. That way you can see what they are supposed to look like. Now, if you haven't already seen my comparison video of the Heartbreaker chest piece versus glass cannon, I posted that a couple hours ago, so check that out. All right, so you can see right here, this is a black market AKM. It looks exactly like the Kingbreaker. It's just, there's no way around it. It looks exactly like it. However, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is the TKB 408. Now, the TKB 408 looks a lot different and has different mod slots. Now, let's see if they updated any of this. So it has the long optics, it has the 7.62, it has the long underbarrel, and also the 7.62 muzzle. So those are all still the same, so that is good. Now let's compare the LMG versus the non-named variant. So here's the Dare, and let's find that GR9. I think it's somewhere down here. Here we go. So here's the GR9. It looks nothing like the Dare. Now, looking at the mods, let's check it out. So on the GR9, it comes with a optics rail, where on the Dare, the quote-unquote stoner LAMG, it comes with a built-in scope for crit chance. So both of them, let's go ahead and pull this one out and check it out. So going to the GR9, we can see that the built-in scope is still locked in. So that right there shows me that the optic is still going to be locked in. Now you can see the rest of this weapon, including the muzzle, it still has that built-in stoner LAMG suppressor. It's still there. So these are going to change on both the named variant and, ooh, look at that. That's what the skin looks like. Yo, that does look sick. That does look cool. It has like a little purple flare at the top and on the muzzle, and on the grip. And then on the butt stop, it looks to be like a blue. That's pretty dope. I like that. Okay. But still, again, you can see where these are going to change. And it's because, for some reason, these were not finished before being released. And therefore, we're going to have to wait for them to finish them and then release the final product. Anyways, so what I did for this video is I have a new Kingbreaker. My original is the damage to targets out of cover, but it is expertise level 14. So testing that against a Dare that's not even proficient wouldn't be fair. So what I did is I have another Kingbreaker, and I'm going to test out these to where they both have damage to armor. The only difference is the AR comes with health damage and the LMG comes with damage to targets out of cover. Okay, so back to testing these two weapons. This is going to be the build that I'm going to test the weapons on. It is a 4-piece Heartbreaker with the Heartbreaker chest piece to give us 100 stacks. I am using the Contractor gloves to give us more damage to armor, which is on both weapons. But yes, it will give me more LMG damage. So just remember that the LMG should have an upper hand. And then I am using a Walker Harris with Vigilance for the backpack, which is pretty universal for both of these weapons. So the only outlier is going to be the Contractor gloves. Okay, so let's test this out, shall we? And then I'm going to give you guys a few more pointers on how they are different. Okay, so to test this one out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 different tests. I'm going to do the hardest hitting chest crit, headshot crit, and then the most DPS per magazine. So here we go. First up is the chest piece crit. So 6. Oh, no, it's going to build up. It's going to build up the stacks. So let's build up the stacks real quick. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. I can do that easier with the LMG. There we go. All right, max stacks. There it is. Okay. So let me do this real quick. And all right. So we're going to lose a few stacks, but I'm going to gain them back right now. There we go. All right, so max stacks, chest piece, 1.733, 1.8. Hold on. Let's see what we're going to hit here. 1.814, 1.814. Let's see if that continues. Yep, that's continuing. 1.814. All right, now stoner time. Even though it's not a stoner. All right, chest piece. Let's see here. 1.2. Is that what I saw? I think I saw a 1.2. Jeez, where are my hit markers? There we go. But see, my pulse keeps going away. And this is where even testing it, it's hard because I have to keep the pulse up. 1.2, 1.4, and then it drops down to 300K because it's not pulsing. So what I have to do, and I wanted to show you this in real time so I can show you why I have to do this. It's because the LMG does not have a long underbarrel. It has a short underbarrel, which the Kingbreaker has a long underbarrel, which means I can put the linked laser pointer on the Kingbreaker and I cannot put it on the Dare. It doesn't let me. There's no option. So what that does is it gives the Kingbreaker a overwhelming advantage because now with the linked laser pointer, all I have to do is aim at the target and it pulses them, which gives me the amplified damage. Where on the LMG, I do not have that option. So what I have to do is I have to use the Heartbreaker and hit those headshots to pulse the enemy. And if I don't hit that headshot, I don't get that pulse. And you saw that my damage went from 1.2 million to 300K. It was crazy. It's what, a fourth? And it's just unacceptable. So what I just did is I put on a scanner pulse. That way I can be consistent with my shots. So here we go again. Let's be consistent this time. And what I'll do is I'll get the stacks up first. Pretty simple. Hit your headshots, keep hitting it, and you can build your stacks up. Or obviously with a shotgun, you could do this pretty much instantly. All right. So there's that. Now what I'm going to do, headshots, pulse, 1.3, 1.4, 1.2, but then you see it drops down to 300K. So 1.4 was my highest I could hit with that Dare. Now switching back to the Kingbreaker, you can see it's already pulsing the enemy. I'm going to hit this a few times, and let's see, 1.7, 1.8, 1.8, 1.4. So you can already see that the Kingbreaker is hitting for, what, 400,000 more per bullet? Or is that 600,000? Either way, that is a ridiculously different outcome. So we are already seeing that the Kingbreaker, even without being God rolled or upgraded or anything at all compared to the Dare, which is God rolled, we can already see that the Kingbreaker is winning in both crits, in both normal body shots, and it's winning because it comes with that linked laser pointer, which means I don't have to use a scanner pulse, I don't have to hit headshots, anything like that. All I have to do is aim at that enemy to pulse them. So there's that part. Now let's do the headshots. Now to do this and make it a little bit quicker, what I'll do is I will switch to my shotgun, get the stacks up, and then we will try these different weapons. So first up is going to be the Kingbreaker, and then you can put the linked laser pointer on the Rock and Roll or ACS-12 as well. So here we go. So ACS-12, let's get our stacks up. We're going to just try it the old-fashioned way. Headshots. Hitting for 2.34. Yeah, 2.342. That's my highest. 2.342. 2.342. Now let's do it with the Dare. So same thing. ACS. Stacks are up. One point two, and then it's gone. Hold on. Let's do it again. 1.415, but then the pulse is going to go away. So 1.415, and then just keep shooting. I'll show you. So it goes. So my highest body shot is 1.4. and then it drops down. So let's switch again. Kingbreaker. There we go. Get my stacks back up. And body shots, I'm hitting for 1.8. So that's 400,000 more. Now let's do headshots, starting with the Kingbreaker. So headshots with the Kingbreaker. 2.3 million. Now let's do headshots with the Dare. All right, get the stacks up again. And headshots. 1.8, 1.8. I'm seeing a whole bunch of 1.6s, 1.8, and 1.6. So even that, I'm still, what, 400,000+ less than the Kingbreaker. So the Dare hits less on both headshots and body shots compared to the Kingbreaker, even with contractor gloves. So let's go back to the Kingbreaker. Now we're going to do a 1 magazine. Ooh, why is that on reload? There we go. We're going to do a 1 magazine DPS check. Okay? So just 1 magazine, and then that's it. We're done. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to do this. I'm going to get all my shots. I'm going to wipe it. Kingbreaker, headshots. Here we go. 1 magazine. You saw I was over 11 million. When I stopped it, it dropped under 10. But that was over 11 million for the DPS. Do it again. Let me show you correctly. All right, stacks are up. And Kingbreaker. Look at that. I'm over 12 million. I was over 12 million in the DPS. So let's wipe that. And now we're going to go over to the Dare. Now the Dare should have more DPS because it has more bullets. Well, let's see. So 12 million would be the number to beat. Oh, no. Oh, come on, man. Put it back on Invulnerable Elite. So 12 million DPS in 1 magazine. Let's see if we can beat that with the Dare. Get my stacks up. Oh, come on. There we go. Dare. Let's see. I mean, it's staying steady at 10 million. When I first started using it, it popped off around 12 million. But right here, it's just sitting at 10 million, and that was the entire magazine. Okay. So let's, we'll try that one more time, okay? And then we should be out of here. Obviously, everyone is seeing that the Kingbreaker is better. We're all seeing this together, that the Kingbreaker is way, way, way better than the Dare. All right, here we go. I mean, now it's not even hitting 10 million. Now I'm stuck at 8 million. What the hell, man? Yeah, now I'm stuck at 8 million. Dang. Okay. Now let's go back to the Kingbreaker with armor damage. There we go. Reset that. Ooh, I almost did that again. All right, get my stacks up. Reset. And Kingbreaker. You can see I'm over 12 million again. It was hovering between 11 and 12 million. It's just a no-brainer. So the Kingbreaker is the best weapon with perfect flatline, in my opinion. Obviously, they have to rework these weapons. They don't look right. They're holding the wrong mods, I would believe. I don't think that the GR9 should have the exact same mod slots as a Stoner LAMG. That doesn't really work out. So we'll see what they're going to do with these weapons. But everyone wanted me to test this one out, or, I mean, at least the people that reached out to me asking which one would I prefer and why. So that's why I wanted to do this compare and contrast video. That way you can see which one is better with Perfect Flatline. And in my opinion, using the exact same build, the exact same everything, the Kingbreaker is still a better choice. So with that being said, the best weapon in the game with Perfect Flatline, in my opinion, between the Kingbreaker and the Dare, is going to be the Kingbreaker. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If this video came off as informative or helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that like. Subscribe for more Division content. I am Kamikazevondoom, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.